From internet sweetheart to actor to even winning awards.
Wow, this is so cool. I started telling stories on YouTube because Jenna Marbles told me to. So thank you all for supporting me. I love you so much.
What Gabbie failed to understand was that the internet would let you rise, but also have a good laugh watching you fall.
I'm drama seeking, right? I started drama. I just want attention. Ah!
But it's fine. No, really, I'm fine. It's just a matter of trying to cross the line and lose your mind from time to time.
Let's travel back in time a little into Gabbie's actual roots. On February 7th, 1991, Gabbie was born to her parents, James and Michelle Hanna. She was born and bred in a pretty small town in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. She has one brother who is the youngest child and 5 sisters in total. Sounds all lovey-dovey, but it was all short-lived because shortly after Gabbie came out to say something about her family that we all found very disturbing.
I'm going to tell you about the time my parents tried to impregnate me with my brother.
That, of course, was a shocking revelation, and everyone wanted to get the full details, and she spilled.
I am trapped in a room and my parents keep trying to impregnate me. I was the only person left who could do it, whatever that means. And they kept saying, you have to do this, you have to do this, we need the stem cells. But they wouldn't tell me what the stem cells were for.
It was so graphic, so real, but in the end, she went on to tell us it was all a dream. I think this was the first sign, honestly. After this, we should have figured that something wasn't right. But we didn't. Instead, we got caught up in the web of Gabbie's climb to the YouTube Hall of Fame. As soon as she got a taste, even the slightest hint of attention, she just couldn't stop.
I'm drama seeking, right? I started drama. I just want attention. Ah!
It was 2013, and Gabbie at the time was a graduate of psychology and communication from the University of Pittsburgh, who really wasn't sure what she wanted to do with her life yet. She wasn't totally jobless, sitting legs crossed, arms folded. She'd tried her hands on a number of things, from waitress to bartender to clerk in a marketing firm. But when she joined Vine, everything changed.
To the most handsome man in the world, blood is red, bruises are blue. Be my Valentine and don't say no!
I'm stumped, I think I gotta walk away.
No, you can still phone a friend.
No, I'm good.
But you might win more money.
No thanks, no, I'm good.
Alrighty, campers, if you were a flower, what would you be?
I'd be a middle Miss Camellia because nobody knows I exist.
Very educated.
Hey, you're Gabbie, I know you.
Oh cool, from Vine or YouTube. Tinder. Did you swipe right?
She soon became loved, and her consistent and frequent uploads of short and funny skits earned her numbers. In 3 short years, Gabbie had already had 5 million followers.
I love Halloween. It's the one time of year you can be whatever you want to be. I'll never be able to be what I want to be. I'm gonna be a sexy nurse. Where'd you buy those? Payless? I am so embarrassed to be the same species as you. This shit doesn't matter.
Hey, do you need deodorant?
Yes.
Thanks.
I kind of want to change. Do you think I should cut my hair?
You should diet.
Maybe. What color?
No, like diet. No carbs, no sugar, Jenny.
So what do you do for fun?
I like to play Halo.
You play Halo? Yeah, I play it like twice a day.
Unfortunately, that same year, the Vine app was shut down by its parent company, leaving Gabbie and the other top creators somewhat stranded. By this time, Gabbie had already fallen in love with social media and content creation. She was also the 3rd popular Vine creator, doing pretty well for herself. So one door shut was not enough to stop her. Gabbie quickly transitioned into YouTube content creation with other Vine stars like David Dobrik, Nash Greer, Liza Koshy, and Logan and Jacob Hall. She focused all her efforts on the YouTube channel she started, The Gabbie Show, in 2014. Again, she had all the love and numbers. Most of her content was storytime videos, collaborations with friends and other creators, and much later, her music.
I'm here with Gabbie Hanna. You're nominated for Creator of the Year tonight. Yes. What would it mean to win an award that's voted on by the fans?
That's probably the most important one, I guess, because the thing with YouTube specifically is everything we have is from fans. Like, we didn't go through auditions or anything, so that's the biggest award, is knowing that they want you to win.
Her impressive storytelling abilities earned her a nomination for YouTuber of the Year award during the 10th Shorty Awards ceremony in 2018, amongst many other nominations she's had so far. And surprise, surprise, she won the award. this wasn't Gabbie's only nomination.
Wow, this is so cool. I started telling stories on YouTube because Jenna Marbles told me to. And now I love storytelling because like when something really bad happens in your life, you can just tell yourself, oh, it's a story now. And now I get to do that through poetry and music as much as I do it through YouTube videos. So thank you all for supporting me. I love you so much. Thank you.
The Gabbie Show also had a Teen's Choice Award nomination.
Here are the nominees for Choice Female Web Star. Woo! Gabbie Hanna, The Gabbie Show.
And she also made many other red carpet appearances.
They just told you that when you walked in. That's okay.
No, I knew a couple days ago. I found out. But yes, I am presenting. I'm at the Streamies. I am present and presenting.
You're official. You're an official person.
Yeah, my thing says talent on it. My little badge, which is means that I'm supposed to be here.
That's how you.
This was the peak of Gabbie's celebrity game. She was still getting used to the fame she earned from her YouTube content when she started receiving acting roles. Gabbie soon became a movie star.
Maybe the one who's responsible for all of this is the one who laid the onk on the mummy's lid in the first place, and that's Hannah.
Wait, why were you with Bretman?
Nikita said there was gonna be cute boys. Where?
This version of Gabbie is the version we all fell in love with. She was real, she didn't hold back, and we loved her for that. We were always rooting for her, always defending her. Her fans were diehard. She had us all glued to our screens.
It's Gabbie! What are you doing? I'm recording Chatting with Liza Part 2. Oh, cool. Okay, let's go. Liza! Sorry, I was in reverse. Let's go. Liza, be careful! What? I thought she knew I was doing. Let's go get the tea. And then you be XYZ, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
She was the one everyone was watching because she was very entertaining and funny. That's why everyone wanted her on their red carpet, movie sets, vlogs, anything. She was the prize. But now things have changed.
Open discussion.
But now no one wants to work with her anymore. Why? Because even though the internet built her up, she wasn't always on her side. Most of her audience loved her, but not all. As soon as they began to see gaps, strange conduct, off remarks, and drama, they attacked. 2017, the same year, she began her career in acting and music. Gabbie's reputation began to change. It wasn't dramatic overnight. It was just a little drop that eventually made the mighty ocean we see today. Her viral climb started to feel like a trap, and that's where the story actually starts. Gabbie's first actual internet fallout was with David Dobrik, a fellow YouTube creator. At the time, David was super famous, and their collective content was very entertaining.
Guys, get out! The roof is on fire!
The roof?
The roof?
The roof is on fire! The roof is on fire! No, but seriously, we should get the fuck out of here.
He's smart, funny, ambitious.
He sounds like the total package.
He kind of is.
I ship it.
They were funny, they were cool, and they had the views. That's why we were all surprised when Gabbie suddenly cut off and stopped working with them. Very shady, especially because they were a full squad. It wasn't just Gabbie and David. Jason Nash, Liza Koshy, and Trisha Paytas were also on the team. They were all young creators with great potential at the time, until Gabbie announced in an interview with Entertainment Tonight in 2019 that she and David had drifted apart, and she was going to focus on her personal content, writing, and, as always, her mental health.
Everyone to understand that in life, people just grow apart, and that doesn't mean that something awful is going on. It's just like I need to be focusing my energy in the studio, on writing, working on my fitness, working on my mental health, and it doesn't leave a lot of time for like the antics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm also a very anxious person, and I need a lot of alone time, and I don't like, you know, being startled.
I hope you didn't leave the angle for that.
It was a very high anxiety situation, and it's not for everyone. It's the same as I don't really talk to my best friends from high school.
Yeah.
And it's not because I hate them. It's because we're different now. And that's okay.
What's even more shade is how she either completely deleted those collaborated videos or made them private and inaccessible to the public. Yet Gabbie kept insisting they were cool and nothing happened.
Get the vlog squad stuff out of the way. The truth is, between me and them, nothing happened. Literally, nothing happened. And people ask us to comment on it all the time, and we don't, because there's nothing to comment on. And people just wanted a conspiracy so bad, and they're making these videos about, on this night, this person Snapchatted this, and this person tweeted this, so this must mean this, and she did this, and she tried to break them up, and she must have tried to blah, blah.
it was so many conspiracies that just didn't make sense. And it was just, everybody wanted an answer of what happened, and we never answered because, like I said, nothing happened. Like, we're all cool. Like, there's not a single person in this entire fucking world, especially the internet, the YouTube community, who I have hate for or have a problem with. Well, maybe Royce Gum, I don't know, we haven't talked. But I don't have a problem with any of these people. I love and support all of these people. I still talk to these people. They talk to me. And as far as I know, nobody has a problem with me either. And if they do, I don't know.
Contrary to Gabbie's opinion, we have many reasons to think otherwise.
Oh, look, no faces and personality. Just like the Gabbie show.
I was pointing to myself.
The ultra skinny. It's amazing what artists can do with people's faces. Look what they did to Gabbie's. It's so lifelike. This is Chris. I recognize you for some reason. Pornhub. You watch a lot of it, don't you?
I know she's on mine too.
I don't know. Is it the Gabbie show?
The Gabbie, yeah.
Ew.
She really like loud voice.
Really ugly?
I mean, I wouldn't say. I don't.
I'm like putting you
I
on
would just
spot.
say like.
Keep looking at that thing under the.
What, the pimple? Zane, why would you say that?
Because you're a girl. I know it'd hurt you.
Alright, Gabbie, can you hurry up, dude? You've been in there for so long. You probably look fine.
Calm down,
Fuck,
hurry,
Jesus Christ, were you a fucking raccoon?
Your makeup's all fucked up.
Really?
Well, that's not her makeup, that's just her face.
Oh shit, you're right.
She ugly. When Gabbie's on her period.
I was so excited to come though, well, yeah, I'm always excited to come, but I was so excited to go to Target that I was sitting on my bed literally just waiting for your text. I was just so excited.
Are you not wearing makeup? It's so easy to tell. The beauty aisle. Gabbie, have you ever been in there? Probably not.
She's beautiful.
What?
Turn the camera off.
Okay.
I'm still right here. We wanted to do a little Secret Santa since we're all going home for the holidays, and we just wanted to put it on camera so that we would have it forever.
I got a gift, and I got it for Gabbie.
Oh, it's for me?
And she's been needing these, and I know how much you love to dance.
Wait, it's something I've needed?
You've definitely needed it. We've all kind of talked about it.
Are these diet pills?
Oh my God, David, that is so true.
Exactly. And now take 4 of these and you can probably dance better.
This is frightening.
This is an exact replica of Gabbie's face, so wait till she sees it on someone else. So how often do you exercise?
Every day.
Every day? Mm-hmm. So I shouldn't even try, right?
Like, I could have an amazing guy, and I threw it away because of you.
I could have an amazing guy. That's what got me.
Yeah, who's the amazing guy, Gabbie?
I mean, having to breathe the same air with these people could be suffocating and exhausting. I mean, if a random person were to speak to me that way, I'd be hurt. Talk less of someone who's supposed to be my friend. And what's interesting is how she never clocked it. Like, it's obviously not her first time being bullied, so she knows exactly what bullying is.
I grew up in a black neighborhood. I was actually the only white girl in my neighborhood outside of my sisters, but I rode the school bus alone. I was the only white girl on my school bus. And here's a bit of irony. They made me sit in the front. All the cool kids sat in the back, and they sang, and they did chants, and they bullied the fuck out of me. They twisted my hair, they pulled it, they called me names, they didn't let me play with them because I wasn't like them. Hi, Fred. Radio, oh, hi, babe. But my best friends at school were still the black girls because they were the kindest. They grew up with less than the white girls. But I didn't fit anywhere because I was poor, but I was white, but I was also Middle Eastern, so I wasn't white. But I wasn't black, so I was still white. We used words like ashy and nappy to describe dry skin or knots in our hair. And then I went to college and somebody called me a motherfucking racist because I said nappy hair. I've been calling my hair nappy for literally 18 years at that point. And I was fucking confused because I thought nappy just meant I have to brush my fucking hair. And I thought that ashy just meant that I needed to put on lotion. But I guess only black girls can say those words. Candace Owens. You know. Hey, right on, sister. God bless the U.S. She bleeds red.
So she knows what it means to be treated poorly and to feel left out. She knows. But somehow, in this particular scenario, she's either truly ignorant and deliberately acting that way for reasons best known to her.
And I'm telling you guys again, there's a fraction
that you guys know, because I don't show it. Because I'm not that fucking person. I'm not gonna expose your private fucking DMs. I'm not gonna expose what people have told me you've said behind the scenes. I'm not gonna show you the facts and the evidence because I'm 29 fucking years old. And I'm not gonna sit down and make a video with screenshots exposing my bullies. These are bullies. These are high school fucking bullies. And they wanna come at me and say, you're 29 years old, how you're acting? Fuck you. You're in your fucking 30s. Almost all of you attacking me. And I'm not saying a fucking word to anybody. And you're gonna say I'm painting myself as the victim and I'm trying to ask for attention? I have not said a fucking word publicly until another video was made about me the week I was putting out my fucking EP. Abusive people do is they will deflect onto you as hard as you can. Point the finger.
See, she knows. Quick sidestep. Why was she singing though? Anyway, her fallout with the Vlog Squad was merely the beginning. There are many more feuds to come. Just hang on. Gabbie, like every other content creator and media personalities, had her own share of backlash. However, the real controversies started with music.
Wait, do y'all remember when Kiss Bob covered We Belong Together by Mariah Carey? Why she sounded like her ass.
Now hold up. I know how that might have sounded, but she wasn't always this bad. At least her voice hasn't always been this bad. I mean, at least she could sing and sound better than this at some point.
When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. Wish I could explain it better. I wish it wasn't true. Give.
And in all honesty, most people could argue that Gabbie would have been mainstream if she had only managed to keep her head in the game, avoiding distractions, hate and all. But she didn't actually ever become mainstream. At least, I don't know of any major musical features or musical award nominations. But one thing I do know is that her smoking habit might have been to blame.
I started really smoking when I was around 27 years old. Before that, I tried it a handful of times, but I was just like really not fun to be around when I was high. Like I was very stereotypical, can't string a sentence together, can't keep a thought straight smoker.
We all know the adverse effects on the lungs and voice box in general, and seeing as she started well, it could have been the problem. When Gabbie released her debut single in 2017, Out Loud, the internet was curious. He made to release a reaction video, but to his greatest disappointment, he didn't get the reaction he expected. Yeah, people actually really loved her music. Are you surprised to hear this? Well, wait until you hear that people actually paid hard-earned cash to attend her concert.
Hope she plays Hot to Go.
This is a Gabbie Hanna concert.
After releasing Out Loud and seeing as it got a good reception, she released more songs in quick succession, and soon enough, she was out on tour like the other big shots we know, and even held an actual full-blown concert. With excited fans,
Oof, my hair look crazy. Y'all, I went to the Gabbie Hanna concert in LA. Let's talk. We gonna start with this. I live in South Carolina. South Carolina is over here. And let's say LA is over here. Now, I went all the way over here for Gabbie Hanna because I love that lady.
Say it, talk it to me, yes! Woo, woo! Sorry, you don't mean it. Sorry, say, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna give y'all all the boring details. Just know me and my friend got on a plane at 6:30, got to LA at 4. The concert started at 7. Me and my friend only had time to wipe our nose at the hotel. So fast forward, my friend and I get to the place, Gabbie Hanna singing that, and the people is wrapped around the building. Wrapped like Christmas gifts, honey. Y'all make it seem like she ain't got no supporters or no followers. Nobody don't like her. But how she had people out there waiting on her. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We was out in that line for a minute. I was like, all right, Gabbie, let's go. But then we got in there, and let's talk about the concert.
I could spend all year just letting down my guard while you're stringing me along.
The first thing I'm gonna say about her singing that night, she got a song called Honestly, which is my favorite. She tore that shit up! It was so cool to like close my eyes and just listen to her sing Medicaid. My girl did Perfect Day and she had that black chair. I saw that black chair. She thinks she's slick. Anyway, I'm a little mad I didn't hear Pillowcase and Glass House, especially Glass House, but it's okay. Fast forward, she did a meet and greet. To wrap this video up, I didn't personally meet her because the line was long and I had already had a long day. Even though I did come all the way to LA just for her, I made myself, I didn't just stay there and meet her because the opportunity was right there. And I think it's amazing of her for the price of the tickets to throw in a meet and greet, because that was not planned. Like, oh my gosh. But amazing concert, amazing experience. I loved it, love her. I can't wait for the next one.
Now that is a bold move if you ask me. Oh, and that wasn't the only concert.
You're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama.
She had the lines, the melody, the fans, and all until this.
Never mattered what I had to say. I was always wrong. Every question turned into another long lecture.
That's when the table flipped over. A lot of people suddenly had a lot to say about her music. She'd finally given them something to chatter about. Since they couldn't fault her melody and music, people poked holes in her microphone placement, and they made very mean comments. By this time, Gabbie had already developed tough skin, so she wasn't moved by the hate. In fact, she made another bold move.
Never mattered what I had to say. I was always wrong. Every question turned into another long lecture.
Pretty weird, but okay. At least she ruined the joke. But how did she go from crowd-acclaimed amazing singer and performer to that? Well, this is how.
So what if I'm the monster that's been here all along? They're dropping like flies whenever I'm around. So used to goodbyes, there's comfort in the sound. Maybe I'm the monster that's been here all along.
It's like the internet is always waiting for these low moments because of the amount of memes that were created after this.
So what if I'm the monster?
Gabbie, you are a monster. You are the scariest monster on the internet. You are a fucking crackhead. You are the biggest crackhead monster, actual evil scum of the internet.
I'm the mathematema.
It's both of us together. That just doesn't work.
So what if I'm the monster?
I'm semi, I stay automatic. Money add then multiply. I call it math.
What if I'm the monster?
Wondering what happened after this? Let's just say Gabbie became more famous than she already was, and it obviously wasn't for good.
When I found out that my dream of becoming a meme came true, I thought it was really funny. I also have been really, really careful to not watch as many as possible. I've seen a couple as I was scrolling through Twitter, but for the most part, when I saw somebody tagging me in the meme or I saw it in my timeline, I did not watch it because I wanted to react to them in a video, because this is actually how I figured out that it was a thing, because I really don't get on social media that much anymore because I'm mentally unstable and it really isn't good for me. My little sister Genevieve texted me and said, you have to do a video reacting to the monster memes.
But she chose to be optimistic and even said it was a dream come true.
along. This is one of the shirts, desperate for attention, because as we all know, I am, in fact, desperate for attention.
See how Gabbie took out all that time to explain how it wasn't her fault? She blamed everything and everyone else but herself, and oh boy, she had a long list. She just would never admit to her mistakes, starting from blaming Genius for even suggesting the interview in the first place, and saying that the interview was a setup and a consistent pattern with Genius.
Let's talk about it. So when Genius asked me to do a video for Monster, I almost said no. Because I remember watching a Genius video of Jessie Reyez, in that she blows out the mic. Jessie, by the way, is one of my favorite artists and a huge inspiration. Like, hi Jessie, if you ever see me, I love you. And I would love to write with you one day. Anyways, so I saw Jessie blow out the mic.
Love who we wanna love.
And then a lot of the comments were about that, and Jessie's voice is so good. So when I thought about Monster, so what if I'm the monster? I was like, oh, I don't know if that's gonna work, but it's a Genius interview, so of course I'm gonna do it.
And then she talked about the sound setup in the interview.
Like, is the mic gonna be able to handle this? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll figure it out. We're gonna, before you sing the chorus, we're gonna cut the audio, and then we're gonna pull the mic back, and blah, 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 blah. So I was pretty confident that it was going to be okay. And then when I saw the final version and saw that what they did was the first part of the chorus, before I scream Monster, so what if I'm the... they used the boom mic that was directly above me, and then for the part where I yell, Monster, they used the audio from, I believe, the camera. So it sounded not meshed. If it was me editing it, I probably would have used all of the audio from the camera, but to me it really wasn't that big of a deal, and I really still don't care.
She said she doesn't care, but then why create a 15-minute video on YouTube to explain and defend something you actually don't care about? Oh, hold on, Gabbie. You told us you didn't see those clips, and your sister was the one who shared the clips with you since you've been off social media to care for your mental health. You also said you didn't watch most of the content, so your reactions in this video could be authentic. So how do you know what a lot of people have said? She actually defended herself, and her production said it was a deliberate pitch, screech, scream, whatever. So according to Gabbie, it wasn't her fault. It was the mic positioning? I now understand why everyone thinks she's delusional. Well, after saying all of what we thought, okay, maybe this makes a little bit of sense, right? Until she said this.
No, that I'm not an amazing singer. I'm definitely working on it. I take vocal lessons, I sing every day, I practice every day, and I'm definitely getting better. But I'm very fully aware that there are millions and millions of people on this planet that are a billion times better than me at singing. However, I do pride myself in being an artist. I like
an artist who's creative but can't sing? How?
The way that I create. I like the way my brain works. I like putting stuff on paper and making it sound aesthetically like something I want to listen to. I grew up listening to punk rock. I grew up listening to emo. So even though I make pop music, I definitely kind of lean into that edgier sound. And some people don't like that, and some people...
And then she blames the songs she grew up listening to, and then she blames everyone's musical taste bud too.
Hey, not everybody likes rock, not everybody likes punk, not everybody likes country, not everybody...
She said it herself, she's desperate for attention. And then the low notes? Don't worry, she prepared for a good excuse for this too. Nasal congestion. And then to make a point, she sang the song in the video just to make it clear that she wasn't the problem. And you know what's worse? This.
Original versus auto-tune. Gabbie Hanna.
Laying in the bed that I made all alone. Guess I'm not surprised, honestly. Laying in the bed that I made all alone. Guess I'm not surprised, honestly.
But careful, we don't want Gabbie releasing another 15-minute clip explaining that her natural voice is better than the auto-tune, and it's the color of the wall paint that soiled her vocal production.
Into the Genius interview, and yeah, now it's a meme, and I'm excited to react to them. All that to say, I'm all about like constructive criticism.
By the way, she neither sounds nor looks excited. Not very convincing. And she's definitely not all about constructive criticism, else she wouldn't be trying so hard to convince us that everyone, fans, critics, Genius, producers, literally everyone is wrong. And then Gabbie, the golden girl, has absolutely no fault. Big symptoms of self-obsession and expert gaslighting. It's like all she ever does is wake up, make coffee, and Google herself.
I'm looking in the mirror right here at myself, and I feel so beautiful and fresh, and then I'm looking at the iPhone camera, and I'm like, bitch, are you sick?
Yep, that's all the proof we needed. In this case, the mirror is wrong. Once again, Gabbie is right. This just takes my mind back to the time that BB released a song that sounded a lot like one of Gabbie's songs, and everyone was talking about it. She didn't even bother with a video or anything. She just casually released the tweet without even mentioning her name. Gonna be completely honest, I never heard of her. But now I will listen to her music. Great minds think alike. My actual inspo is love the way you lie. Gabbie was quick to give a response that made her look really cool. OMG, hey Angel. I didn't think much of it. Usually it's a director thing over an artist thing. Anyway, ha. You're one of my biggest songwriter inspos. Love what you do. It was all love and light until I don't put blame on BB Rexa at all. I'm greatly inspired by her. But as an indie artist, I do think her director should be held accountable to this. It's not just a burning house, it's my video treatment. This happens way too much with directors. I love you, baby. Did she really have to say that? It's this controversial personality that brought her content creation journey to an abrupt end because soon enough people started to notice and the hate became very real. I think the first thing that contributed to Gabbie's hate, like the actual time her fans started to notice something was off about her, was when an old friend or possibly an old classmate whom Gabbie claimed was an old friend died of drug overdose. It's bad enough that this person died at a young age due to drug overdose, and at the time the family was still grieving. Rather than visiting the family, showing them love, and just allowing them to heal. You know what Gabbie did? She went off about the entire incident on her YouTube channel without seeking consent from his family. Given her huge following at the time, the video went viral, and soon enough, the family of the deceased saw it, and obviously they clocked it. So they confronted her about it, and eventually Gabbie had to make the video private and also had to apologize. But here's Gabbie's attempt to apologize.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're watching this video, I assume that there's a good chance that you probably saw last week's video. In case you didn't, in that video I told a story about a girl who overdosed on drugs in class. The response overall was overwhelmingly positive and supportive, and I was so happy to read in the comments that it had touched so many of you in so many ways. Some people said that they were going to get help for their drug issues, others said that they had gone through a similar experience and that this video helped them cope. Others said that they knew somebody who was in danger or in a bad situation, they were afraid to speak up, and now they have the courage to do so. Overall, the general public was very receptive to the video and was happy to see somebody using their platform to spread such an important topic that so many people are afraid to speak about. However, there was one group of people who I didn't consider when I made the video, and it was probably—
She's basically saying, I put up this really good video that helped a lot of people stay off drugs and make better life decisions, but now I have to take it down because the family wants me to. Bet she doesn't think there was anything wrong with it. As if this wasn't bad enough, in 2018, Gabbie was at it again. This time around, she was caught in a scandal, and as you can already assume, she was unapologetic about the whole thing. That year, Gabbie got a really good brand promotion deal from Kenzie Cosmetics, and she played her role as an influencer to get the bucks. Kenzie claimed to be selling brushes worth $80 for $10 with free shipping. Sounds too good to be true, right? Yes, it was. But Gabbie didn't do her research, although she claimed she did.
I think that they're worth about $1 a brush, and that's why I felt okay advertising that to my followers, because unlike these and so many others, like these are plastic, hard, shitty brushes. These are actually very soft, movable, fluffy brushes that, in my opinion, blend very well. Now, are they these amazing, high quality, can't even believe it, great brushes? No. I also never said they were. What I said they were was free brushes, and all you had to pay for was shipping. So
instead, she told her fans about the not-so-juicy deal. Fans started ordering, and when everything started to spiral, they paid for the brushes, but they were not being delivered to them as promised. And then for those that got their brushes, the product quality was substandard. As expected, Gabbie was dragged on the internet for promoting a scam. Fans started complaining and ranting about Kenzie and Gabbie, and Gabbie didn't like what she was hearing. Now, when things like this happen, we'd expect influencers to apologize or just not address the issue at all, right? Well, Gabbie didn't either. She felt her fans were lame for expecting quality brushes for $10 and just made them look entitled altogether for asking for good customer review and accountability.
all right, let's talk about Kenzie Cosmetics. For $10 shipping, it's $1 a brush. So when I got the samples, I liked them, they're soft. I said this is something that I wouldn't mind showing my followers. Mostly confusing is people were calling it a scam
days after they ordered. And the website was pretty clear about, you know, the shipping times are long. I believe it said between 10 and 21 business days. And then at one point it said that you wouldn't be getting your brushes till after Christmas, since, you know, they're free brushes and you're ordering free brushes, so there's gonna be a high order volume. So I was very confused why everybody was making such a big deal about not getting their brushes yet, when the website was pretty clear about not getting your brushes for a while. So I emailed Kenzie Cosmetics literally immediately, and I sent them the screenshots of the followers that I was talking to, and I said, are you aware of this? And they said, we don't know why people are saying that. We were very clear on the website about it being a long delivery time. And then I pushed further. I've been in conversation with them for a couple weeks now. Ever since this all started happening, I've kind of been on their ass saying what's going on. And then all these videos start popping up about me not caring about my fans and just trying to make a quick buck and never having even held. I'm not sure what quality people were expecting when they paid $10 for 10 brushes, and I'm genuinely sorry if anybody got their product and was disappointed in the product. But I would also add, manage your expectations a little bit, because if you want really high quality brushes, you're going to pay a really high quality price. If you want to pay $10 for brushes, then expect to get some pretty useful run of them.
She actually told them to manage their expectations. You know what? If I was following Gabbie at this time and actually bought the product and then heard her say this, I would block her on every single social media platform and promote any anti-Gabbie move I see. And you know what took the hit? Her poetry.
Overwhelmed, overworked, overpaid. I'm on top of the world, sitting pretty on a stack, but the static still cracks in my veins. I'm at the bottom of the universe. I'm feeling all the weight. People die for this. People lie for this. People, you know, some guy for this. They pay the toll for this. They'll sell their soul for this. There's people starving and I get gold for this.
Her poetry suffered so much criticism, like even the good ones got trolled.
This is part 4 of reviewing Gabbie Hanna's incredibly emotional and painful poetry. Not the good kind of pain. Anxiety. There isn't a cause that you could explain, but I'll claw my way in like a cat in the rain. I don't pretend to make much sense, but I'll twist up your nerves like a barbed wire fence. If you find yourself without a qualm, I'll send chills up your spine with my icy palm. Although your whole to-do list is ticked, I'll set fire to your cheeks like a match to a wick. No matter the time or the month or the season, I'll ruin your day without rhythm or reason. Careful now, we don't want to put Dr. Seuss out of business. This gave me the same energy as the people that wore I Have Anxiety t-shirts. You, don't worry about who you should be. You don't need to be ashamed. You're perfect in the way that no one's perfect. It's okay not to be okay. Maybe Gabbie is the victim. Or maybe she's the monster. Cheater, I accidentally used your toothbrush today, but I didn't mind because it's the closest I'll get to your kiss. Then I remembered where your mouth has been and I got really fucking pissed. Yep, Gabbie is not like other girls.
What most people failed to understand was that the pen isn't the problem, the writer is. Even with all the hate, there were still some people who genuinely loved her writing.
I hate myself, people love that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be the shot to take a load off. My brain is poisoned and I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it, my defenses scream, oh no you don't. Whoa, but it's fine. No, really, I'm fine. It's just a matter of time. You'll lose your mind and not be fine from time to time. I'm not crazy, but I feel crazy all of a sudden in a city, never seeing snow or rain. Or that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be the shot to take a load off. My brain is poisoned and I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it, my defenses scream, oh no you don't. Whoa, but it's fine. No, really, I'm fine. It's just a matter of time. You'll lose your mind and not be fine from time to time. I'm not crazy, but I feel crazy all of a sudden in a city, never seeing snow or rain or leaves in autumn. Lose yourself in seasons, not remembering that you forgot that I hate myself. People love that I hate myself. People love that I hate myself. People love that I hate myself. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be the shot to take a load off. My brain is poisoned and I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it, my defenses scream, oh no you don't. Whoa, but it's fine.
But if you go into the comments section of these clips, that's where the true haters live. Not one thing in this book gave me a profound thought. It did make me question what my generation thinks poetry is. Also, sure, rhyming a word with itself is acceptable sometimes, but she does it every other page. As someone who's been in multiple college and grad-level poetry workshops, she would get dragged so fast in a workshop. Poor Gabbie. She tried singing and failed, tried YouTube and failed, tried poetry and failed, and tried to grow up and failed. But all of this hate wasn't enough to stop Hanna. She released her very first anthology in 2017 and named it Adultolescence. Very interesting title, and it was a New York Times bestseller with a very good rating on Goodreads. I'm talking 3.8 stars out of 5. Yet it headlined one of Gabbie's biggest controversies. 2 years later, 2019, a fellow YouTuber happened to stumble upon this book and then made a video about it. She tagged it, "Gabbie Hanna's poetry is bad."
Or not? Can you learn something new from this? Is it telling you something about your own life? Are you seeing things from a different perspective? Are you discovering something about yourself or about someone else? Gabbie Hanna's poems don't do any of that, I'm afraid, and Sleep is just one example of it. It's very much what you see is what you get, and while that can be good sometimes, in this case, not so much. I mean, in Gabbie's poem, the point is basically, you like to sleep. There are some basic muddled rhymes, and that's about it. Maybe I could give her the benefit of the doubt and take it to mean, oh well, when you have depression, sometimes you sleep a lot and it can be all you do and all you can cope with or something, but there's nothing really to suggest that that's the real intention of the poem. It just seems very basic, surface level, I like to sleep. And a lot of it just seems very redundant. For me, each line in a poem should move it forward, moving it along. Repetition of ideas for the sake of filling space means nothing to me. And it feels like a lot of what's included in Gabbie's poems is there to fill space rather than to have actual meaning and purpose. Read those first 4 lines again, right? I like sleep. Sleep is neat. If you're having trouble, count some sheep. I like sleep. Sleep is sweet. Best of all, sleep is cheap. The repetition and patterns in lines 1 and 3 don't add anything there. There's no point to the repetition other than laziness. There's no purpose to it. It doesn't prove a point, it doesn't add anything, it's just lazy writing with some childish rhymes. Sleep neat.
That video currently has 1.3 million views, and as you can already predict, Gabbie hated it. Hearing her poems be described as quite shallow and just generally saying it's lazy and poorly written, Gabbie felt insulted. But in order to look good and help her bruised ego, Gabbie sent Rachel her entire poem book in hopes for a better review, and boy was she disappointed.
Of the poem itself, I would analyze it further, but there's not anything to analyze. There's legitimately nothing there to pick apart or look at. No poetic techniques, no real structure or rhythm or anything of any substance. It's a tweet or a Tumblr post or an Instagram caption. It's not a poem.
Feuds also reviewed Gabbie's book, Dogolescence. And in 2020, when Gabbie released another poetry collection titled Dandelion, another bestseller with a 3.24 Goodreads rating at the time, she criticized it too. Once that happened, Gabbie went off.
Yes, I do agree that there's a lot that could have been done better. Just like my old music isn't as good as my new music. So blown away by myself and my growth, and I'm so excited to share that with you. I am constantly asking my colleagues and my peers, how can I be better? And I take that advice very, very to heart. I didn't watch a video about my book, and it's not because I can't take constructive criticism.
No, Gabbie, you actually cannot take constructive criticism. Admit it.
Which is hilarious because she really thinks that I can't accept criticism when the first time her friend confronted her about her shitty toxic behavior, she blamed me, the permanent goat of the fucking internet, and then stopped talking to her friend. Face yourself, bitch. Like, that's crazy to me. And you know why she hasn't critiqued my work in months? Because the last couple times she did it, she started getting overwhelming hate from people both on the internet and in her real life. Because people started to see through it. They were like, why are you still going at this girl? Like, endlessly, she can't fucking stop. And it's because when she talks about me, she gets hundreds of thousands to millions of views, and then she posts a little makeup get ready with me and gets 4,000. That's why she cares about my art. She's not a fucking artist. I don't care about her fucking opinion because she has no accomplishments in art or has proven to me that she's actually intellectual enough to understand art. I accept my criticism from talented, smart people, not abusive, toxic, exploitative bullies on YouTube.
Well,
Rachel, instead of hopping in my DMs trying to bully and gaslight me from your own abuse, you could just apologize. I know that if I did anything like this, I would be called manipulative, sociopathic, narcissistic, attention hungry, money hungry, but that is far. What you did was bully and harass me for months, and then when you got called out of it, got super defensive. Like, you literally just ran away and blocked me instead of looking at your own criticism. You can't take criticism towards yourself at all. I've still never blocked you after all of the harassment. Can't stand even the tiniest ounce of criticism. You're a fucking monster. You're a bitch. Narcissistic abuses.
And just like that, Gabbie made herself the victim. Soon enough, it turned to a full-fledged creators war where Oates won because her fan base wasn't as huge as Gabbie's. She even lost her IG account after Gabbie's fans reported her over and over. And Oates wasn't happy when that happened. Oates obviously doesn't and would probably never like Gabbie. And while I can be a little understanding, especially since they were total strangers, I couldn't understand when Gabbie did this to people she once called friends. Trisha and Gabbie used to be in the vlog squad together before they broke up, although we can't really tell if they were close friends or just acquaintances for the sake of content. Until Trisha came out to accuse Gabbie of telling Josh Nash, also former members of the vlog squad, that Trisha had an STI called herpes. The video is titled, "Why I Don't Trust Gabbie Hanna." And we'd have loved to show you this clip, but sadly it's been deleted. Anyway, in the video, Trisha publicly disclaimed the accusation and accused Gabbie of harassment and slander. And then Gabbie admitted that she actually told Josh, but her motive was pure.
I have a genuine question that I want to ask the general public. If somebody tells you that somebody has an STD, an incurable STD, it comes from a close friend of theirs, a source, and then you find out that a friend of yours is sleeping with them, is it wrong of you to say, hey, just so you know, I've heard this, don't know if it's true, but this person told me, talk to them about it, ask about it. Is that fucked up? I'm just genuinely curious. This isn't like going around telling everybody, hey, I heard this person has an STD. This is, you know, somebody you care about is sleeping with them and you say, did they talk to you about this? Don't know if it's true, this is what I heard.
But isn't that a little weird? Why is she more concerned about Josh than about the person who's actually sick? Anyway, Trisha wasn't having it, and they kept having a back and forth until she put up a tweet saying, Gabbie Hanna saying I'm blackmailing is huge defamation. 10,000% hearing from my lawyers tomorrow, and I have never ever called my lawyers about another YouTuber. And of course she tagged Gabbie before she blocked her on every social media platform.
Put a finger down if you've been personally victimized by Gabbie Hanna and she's creepily obsessed and stalking you right now and you don't know what to do and your hands are literally shaking because of it. 3 years ago, my boyfriend at the time told me that Gabbie Hanna told me I had herpes, which I don't, to which I was like, okay, weird, but whatever. And then she kept wanting to be my friend years and years later after I became non-friends with her, non-friends. And I was like, oh my God, no, this is why I don't want to be friends with you. You have herpes. And she goes, okay, well, I still don't feel I'm in the right. I'm like, okay, cool, but I don't want to be friends with you. Then she keeps asking every mutual friend that we have that are no longer her friends that are like, hey, does Trisha talk shit about me? And like, I don't know, kind of, I don't know, whatever, because obviously I talk shit about her. And to which I was like, okay, this is kind of weird or whatever. And then she posts on Instagram story 5 months later, Trisha has herpes to all her followers, to which I had to reply, Gabbie Hanna, stop telling people I have herpes. I don't want to be your friends. I do talk shit about you. This is why. Stop asking my friends. To which then she makes a podcast talking about it 6 months later to promote her shitty music. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking weird. And I'm like, shit, I didn't start it, but then I had to show that she literally started it. Then I reacted to her saying she's making a song about me because she's still obsessed with me. And I did TikTok being like, oh my God, stop obsessing over me. Then she said she wants to stay out of the drama, but now she's on Drama Alert still talking about me and saying she doesn't want to see me get hurt or burned. And now I'm really, really scared for my life. And Gabbie Hanna is a freak.
But Gabbie wasn't happy about the entire situation. She was looking bad, and she hates looking bad.
I'm actually really happy you brought this up because Trisha herself has been upset since 2017 that the internet didn't know that we were friends. We're not anymore, obviously, but her story is that we were never friends and that she never knew me and that I'm delusional and imagined a friendship. And I think that's fucked up because it is. She could have just left me alone, but she doesn't. She keeps fucking talking about me. So if you're gonna keep gaslighting me to the world, saying that I'm delusional and crazy and created a friendship in my mind, well then I'm just gonna show our friendship. Coming soon. Make sure you subscribe to The Gabbie Show.
She hated being wrong, so in order to patch up the situation and patch up her media personality, which has been torn to shreds at this point.
Strength, I don't know, to me, because I don't consider myself like specifically strong, especially like mentally, but I just think like the internet just is so obviously fake. Like, things don't matter
But
online.
our beef wasn't fake. Like, a lot of people thought that, like, they're planning this together and they're all laughing. And I'm like, no, I'm really hurting. And I don't think that she's joking either.
Well, fake in the sense that, like, it just didn't consume me, which I guess it consumed you more, is what I'm guessing or gathering. But it didn't consume me. I was just like, oh, well, again, whatever. But it just didn't consume me. It's like, oh, let me just, like, make this video so there's, like, no question that I, like, didn't like you at the time. And this is why. But I think in general, like, with people I don't know, when I make a video, like, again, Anthony Padilla, Mikey, like, I don't even know who else I made videos on. Like, I usually don't know them, and I'm commenting on something that they did online, and that's probably not them. I'm not me. Like, it's just something that's online, and, like, if you can't handle it, like, I don't think you should be online. Like, I just don't, because it's hateful. The internet's a hateful place.
Yeah.
And negativity entertains people, drama entertains people, and, like...
The only problem is, Gabbie allegedly cut and edited the clip to sell her own narrative.
Part 5. Creating false reality for anyone is damaging, but creating a false reality and trying to convince someone that stuff happened that didn't to someone who was very open about being mentally ill for years is the most dangerous thing in the world. The blank voices, or demon voices as I call them, intrusive thoughts other people call them, were so loud I had to block off the upstairs so I wouldn't jump out a window like I thought freaking God himself was telling me. I don't share this to gain sympathy. I share this to get her to understand the severity on which she triggers me. I blocked her to avoid this, and it's all over my timeline. I was happy to put aside the herpes thing and any other issues, but this crossed a line that wasn't safe. Please do not send me anything Gabbie related. Please. I left the studio to talk to someone today. It's the most triggering thing in the world to even see her face. Just stop. I'm stopping. Publicity, privately, I want nothing to do with her. Gabbie has repeatedly stated she is fine, mentally stable, and well. I am stating this right now so there's no confusion. The past 24 hours, I am not well. I am on my way to CGT right now and need immediate help. And will receive it. I will log off because now I need to. And there you go. You guys are caught up on all the tweets. What do you guys think?
That's sick and truly delusional, especially because Trisha genuinely wanted to make peace.
So I obviously have heard some of the things she said just from going on my TikTok page and my Twitter, and obviously she hasn't been the nicest to me, but I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she's going through something. I, of all people, understand that more than anybody. But I guess she called me fake because I said I wanted to just squash the beef. And that's why I went to the podcast. It just cannot be squashed. I'm not being fake. Me and Gabbie do not vibe. She is delusional. She spent the majority of the podcast trying to convince me that we were really close friends, and it was super awkward because, one, I don't have a lot of close friends, but two, it definitely wasn't Gabbie. She brought up tweets from so long ago that there was one that I didn't remember, and then she's like, see, we are best friends. I was like, what? I apologized to her on the podcast. I was like, I don't want friends. I don't have friends. I said I was lying about the voice memo, but these are the voice memos. Saying this is all part of a show and she's doing this for attention or something. And like, if that's the case and that's the route she wants to go, I'm not going to judge her for that. But she's calling me a liar and stuff. Here's the voice memos. The next day, she sent these to me.
Oh, and I also wanted to quickly say the things that I was wrong about because since I couldn't sleep last night, this was all I was thinking about. I just was kind of checking for myself. Something I was wrong about was, like, we definitely did not have Thanksgiving plans. Like, I went back and looked at that, and I definitely inflated that in my head where it was more just like, I think you were spending Thanksgiving with Sean's family. And I said none of my friends were in town. You're like, oh my God, I wish I knew. I would have just, like, stayed home and we could have eaten together.
So that's when I knew I just wanted to distance myself from her. We weren't friends, and I don't know what else to say. She was just trying to convince me we were, and I was just like, but we weren't. And then she's like, I saw it different, and I was like, okay.
In my opinion, I think Trisha handled this maturely, and that's very commendable. Anyway, Trisha isn't the only person who's gone from friend to enemy with Gabbie. This next one's even more sensitive. Jessie Smiles and Gabbie Hanna have been friends since Gabbie's Vine days way back when. But when Jessie was raped by Curtis Lepore, Gabbie didn't take her side or stand with her. She sided with the praise Curtis, and what's worse is that she did it publicly, and I think that's really low. Thankfully, unlike Trisha, Jessie didn't even bother trying to be the bigger person. She released long-form content with receipts to clear the air on the subject, and she wasn't only loud on YouTube, she was loud on Twitter too. You started our friendship by calling me a liar and saying I was making up my allegations for attention, and you are ending it calling me a liar who wants attention. You are out of control. The facts are not on your side, and you are lying. Enough at Gabbie Hanna. She flooded the internet with receipts that kept Hannah's lips zipped. The rape drama she's referring to is my and the media and public fallout from it in 2014, when I was harassed and bullied for years over ever speaking up. She said she felt isolated being my friend around that time. Her message was to a 15-year-old girl, "This is gross," and people sure had a lot to say on the subject. Someone tweeted saying, "I think a lot of people forget or don't know that Gabbie Hanna chose a rapist who admitted and signed a confession to the cops over her then best friend, who's the victim. And she didn't just do it privately, but publicly. That's always bothered me." For someone who's had to deal with a lot of trauma and mental health issues, Gabbie could have done better. Do you know what's worse? Gabbie defended her actions till the very end.
I heard her side of events, and if he was gonna try to say something that wasn't true, I was gonna call him the fuck out on it. I also listened to Curtis because he's a human being, and just like in real court, in the court of public opinion, if you're gonna judge and condemn somebody, you should at least hear them out. It doesn't mean you have to like them, doesn't mean you have to believe them, it doesn't mean anything other than everybody has a voice and everybody deserves to be heard.
Anyway, no one took her side, and because Gabbie couldn't handle the backlash that came after, she went off social media completely.
I heard from her was when I got a phone call one night. My sister-in-law was in the hospital and I was cooking her dinner because I'm not going to get into what she went through. That is her situation, but it was sad. And so I cooked her dinner because I don't know what the fuck to do. So I just started cooking her dinner because I wanted her to eat well when she got back from the hospital. And Gabbie called me. My husband looked at me and said, "Do not answer the fucking phone." And I answered the phone, of course, and Gabbie started screaming at me. She told me that my friend Jen Dent was tweeting and that if I didn't get her to stop tweeting, that she had 2 podcasts that she had filmed, filled with our past, filled with emails from our past, and she was ready to release them. And I told her, "Gabbie, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." That's literally what I said. I was like, "I'm not on Twitter. My sister-in-law's in the fucking hospital. Can you leave me alone?" And she told me that she was sorry to hear that, but that we all have a lot of horrible shit going on, and that I needed to get my friend to stop tweeting or else she was gonna release the podcast. And I ended up hanging up on her, and she did send me a text message before I could even text.
After having to deal with all this backlash, you'd expect Gabbie's social media return to be peaceful, level-headed and all, but no. Gabbie invested her time into answering questions no one was asking. In a viral TikTok video, she discussed her eating disorder and how it was triggered by how she was previously treated on set, and by on set, she meant the Escape of the Night series set.
So I just put out a video talking about my experience on Escape the Night, which people have been asking me about for forever since Joey and Daniel have talked so much shit about me publicly. People have been asking me about it. So I put out a video talking about my side of it, which is basically I was struggling with a severe eating disorder. I said that I did not want to do the show. Joey and Daniel insisted and really wanted me to. So I told them my needs. They said that they would fulfill those needs and that my dietary restrictions and needs would be met. Spoiler alert, they did not. So I spiraled the way that I knew I would, the way that I made it clear I would. I was very embarrassed. I took accountability and I apologized to them privately to their face. They accepted my apology and continued to pretend to be my friend, coming to my parties, collaborating on my channel. And then as soon as Trisha Paytas made a video about me and it was popular to hate me, they threw me under the bus and continue to this day to talk shit about me for views. So link in bio.
And to absolutely no one's surprise, it was a lie.
Gabbie in her video says that we begged her to be on the show, that Joey and I were begging her.
And Joey and Daniel are like, "Please, we really want you to be a part of the show. We loved you in season 2.
Nobody was begging you, girl. I wanted to insert a clip of Gabbie here in her wardrobe.
Here she is.
Out of breath.
Yes.
Oh my god, anytime we have to run for the challenges, I'm done
It's
for.
over.
Done for, but guess what?
Oh,
Stunning.
wait, give a turn. Gorgeous.
As you can see, she's living for it. She loved how she looked. She continues to lie about her wardrobe, saying nothing fit. She was getting irritated because of her jewelry.
I showed up to set and like one of the things they promised was like, "We promise we'll get you a really comfortable outfit." Literally the exact same problem where I literally couldn't move my arms and I was feeling really restricted and like claustrophobic in it. All the shit that I was promised wasn't going to happen essentially.
Let me give you the facts here. The reason why her outfit didn't fit is because Gabbie didn't attend 2 out of the 3 wardrobe fittings.
When the only things I've ever asked for was a costume to fit, which again...
A costume to fit, and it didn't fit because you did not come to the wardrobe fittings, Gabbie.
To wear jewelry that I'm not allergic to, so I don't have...
The jewelry situation, I'm not talking about this again. If you didn't want to wear the necklace, you didn't have to. Also, there's a cream for that.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Daniel wasn't the only one that debunked her claims. Cast members from the series went on a Twitter rage, talking about how difficult Gabbie was to work with. Joey and Daniel were extremely patient and accommodating during filming S3 and S4 of ETN. I personally witnessed them both try to take care of every single cast member more than any other set I've ever been on in 14 plus years. They both even paid out of their own pocket to make sure we had the nicest trailer with everything we requested. I don't like drama, but Gabbie's video paints an untruthful picture of what happened. 1. Gabbie did not come to the 3 wardrobe fittings before filming. Gabbie was supposed to be there that day but didn't show up. She chose not to go at all. 2. The entire cast was sent a dietary restrictions request form days before filming. Every single request I made on the form was taken care of by Joey and Daniel. I personally heard Gabbie tell Joey the first day of filming, "I didn't fill that out. I hope that's okay." Keep in mind, meals are ordered before production begins. 3. I also personally witnessed Daniel leaving to go get Gabbie any food that she wanted. There were also many health options, including a salad bar with protein. 4. During the photo shoot press day, long after the show wrapped shooting, Gabbie called one of the female production assistant a dumb and then walked off set without finishing her shoot. The reason? Because the crew member gave an updated shoot time that was 10 minutes different than what she was originally told. 5. I also have ADHD and am very familiar with the anxiety and stress it can cause. However, that is simply not an excuse to treat people like that and behave in that manner. This is just a few of the falsehoods with Gabbie Hanna. Oops, I'm running out of time. Don't think I'll get to talk about how she let a stranger into her house, how she's super religious, and married too, and how she's been releasing tons of apology videos. If you want me to cover more of Gabbie Hanna in a sequel video, let me know in the comments, but overall, Gabbie needs help.
Because I truly, for real, thought Joey and Daniel were like my real friends. So this was a fucking knife to the fucking heart. So here's how it happened. My agent reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do Escape the Night season 4. I had done season 2 and I did not enjoy the experience at all. And I told my agent I did not want to do it, and I told him my reasons, which were I was really dealing with a lot of very bad mental health issues, and my eating disorder was at an all-time peak. This was around the time of the monster meme, the Kenzie cosmetics thing. There was a lot of shit going on. And also, I did not like the first experience that I was there. First time I signed on to do it, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm dying to do this. But I didn't expect my reaction in that type of work environment, and it was like not good. Like, I was just unprofessional. Dude, a lot of people have a lot of stories about me being unprofessional. I promise you that. Like, there's no shortage of them. I used to be...
Instead of admitting to her faults, Gabbie kept defending her actions and projecting it onto her mental illness. Thankfully, Joey clapped back. Really nice in my opinion. Anyway, she eventually apologized indirectly, and Joey was sweet enough to accept it.
Okay, so the first bunch of people that I'd like to say thank you and I'm sorry to is anyone I've ever worked with, from collaborators, producers, management, agents, anyone from PA on set to director. Special I'm sorry goes out to MTV and YouTube Originals, because I was difficult to work with.
Okay, so there's more to the video, but I'm just going to talk about the part that pertained to me, even though she didn't necessarily say my name specifically, but I think we all know that it was implied she's referring to Escape the Night. And I personally, I'm only going to speak about me and not anybody else who had their issues with Gabbie. I do accept the apology, and I can tell that it was sincere, and I personally can see the growth that she has undergone, and I am happy to bury it. And I actually texted her and just reached out and let her know that I accept her apology, and I appreciated her posting the video, because I think this was kind of like the missing piece that I needed to fully move on and like let the past go, was just her apologizing and taking accountability for what she did. And so I texted her, and I also apologized for my part in this and how I could have communicated better with her when, you know, this was happening on Escape the Night. And I think we're both in a place where we're happy to just move forward and just, it's water under the bridge at this point. So, yeah, I think it's important also, just as humans, to allow other humans to make mistakes and let them grow. And once they, you know, do that growth and they take accountability and apologize, like, there's no reason for me to harbor onto this any longer. Like, it's not benefiting anyone. So while it might be fun drama, it's like, there's no point, and it's old, and it's 5 years, and I'm over it. And so, yes, it's over. And I wish her the best of luck, and it seems like she's doing very well, and I'm very happy for her. And yeah, that's it.
The list of Gabbie controversies is truly endless, and the few we covered had longer and deeper banters. We only shortened them for the purpose of this video. We would cover some more darker and uglier Gabbie Hanna secrets if you make a request in the comments section. Gabbie's mental health is her golden card, an excuse for doing whatever, whenever, to whomever. Sometimes it feels like she's happy about the diagnosis.
I've been really open with the fact that I'm bipolar. My therapist who diagnosed me with bipolar 2 is also bipolar type 2. And she told me, why do you keep treating mania like a bad thing? Did people tell you mania was a bad thing? Because mania is just a heightened sense of energy. So I, instead of misfiring my manic energy that I was blessed with, decided to focus it into things that could actually create change. That doesn't make me a perfect person, but it makes me a lightning rod. So if I can harness the attention of major news outlets and reach the world whenever I want at my fingertips, I decided to talk about what matters. And that's what I'm going to be doing for forever. And I'll also still do fashion and makeup and self-care shit too.
If only she knew she was spiraling.
With the manic episode 1, this is hyperactivity. This is ADHD. This is the H in ADHD. I was masking because I have ADHD. Because I have ADHD. And that's how short my attention span is. Realizing my ADHD diagnosis, this is what it's like to live with ADHD. How much it was good for my ADHD. Here's another really shitty part about ADHD.
And that one day she'll eventually implode, posting over 100 traumatizing videos.
Help me! Help me! Wake the fuck up! Help me help us!
We have to save ourselves to save each other. And how are we saving ourselves if we don't believe in ourselves and the power that God gave us? Instead of laughing, why don't you pray with me? Why don't you encourage me? Everyone.
God, I wish I could sleep. God, I wish I could sleep. I can't wait to sleep. God, please let me sleep. But I can't today, because there's babies dying on the fucking street. There's babies dying on the motherfucking street. You know, I saw a TikTok back when I was still using TikTok of babies on the street who adopted another baby on the street. 2 homeless babies adopting each other on the street, and they held hands all the way down the street. And he was speaking, and the mother said he's praying for him. The homeless baby praying for the other homeless baby. Wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up! Before we go to sleep, wake the fuck up! There's babies on the street!